Yeah, no, look, I mean, we are serious as a Department of Communities, as well as Planning and Housing and Local Government, to actually try and strengthen significantly the engagement between community leaders and the department, as well as local government structures. So the communities are very much involved in designing solutions and projects and policy change in their own areas. So whether it's climate change, whether it's coastal development, whether it's urban regeneration, whether it's rural renewal, there are, or whether it's just local activism in terms of residents groups and so on. We need to ensure that the solutions and the way in which we spend money and the way in which we make decisions involve communities, so that they feel part of those solutions and therefore be involved in making sure that they work for people. This is a communication that needs to go both ways. We need to listen to what communities are saying and to learn from that. And they also need to understand some of the barriers that we have in terms of getting things done, whether that's permits, whether it's environmental impact assessments, whether it's permissions, whether it's funding challenges and so on. Funding provides structures and services, but actually what we need is people who are leaders within communities, who want to help their communities. I want to help those people to be part of the decision-making process so we can bring communities together. I mean, I have seen over the last 10 years in particular, and not just in Ireland, politics moving towards the politics of the individual rather than the strength of communities when they work together. We need to try and reverse that. We're starting to see increased funding to help us do that. But I think the core issue here is that a lot of people feel that they're locked out of the decision-making process, that government make decisions on their behalf.
Even at local level, they sometimes feel that, and that's where these new structures you're hoping that your predecessor brought in, might be made to work. Yeah,
and I think they will work. I think the engagement, for example, between local authorities and leader companies, is a much tighter engagement now, whereby public money is spent in a way that I hope will be more consistent with both local and national policy. But that has to involve communities in terms of the decision making, as well as interests in different sectoral areas. So what today is about is having a fairly blunt conversation about how best to do that. I mean, my only objective here is to try and strengthen communities in a way that's constructive, not in a way that galvanizes communities to oppose things, but actually to be part of putting better solutions in place. And ultimately that's what this is about. So whether you're a local activist working with a urban regeneration project in a city like Dublin, or whether you're working with rural communities in a small town in West Kerry, or whether your passion is climate change and energy efficiency, or marine litter and coastal protection. If people have concerns or ideas that they want me to consider, well, then they should send them on either by email or by post, and we can hopefully follow up that with a phone call and talk through some of those ideas.